Hey everyone, this is Valkyrie Tarot coming at you for your February 2020 full moon reading. So this is actually going to be the snow moon, which is going to be happening, if I remember correctly, tomorrow, kind of like tonight going into tomorrow around like 2, 3 a.m. On February 9th, 2020. So that's going to be happening in the Northern Hemisphere, Eastern United States. So if you live in other parts of the world, obviously it will be happening at a different time. But the snow moon obviously offers in a lot of the snow because it falls into that category, and it's also going to be known as the full moon in Leo. So all you Leos out there, you kind of know how how much energy Leos have. They're very charismatic. They're very boastful. They're very proud people. Obviously, thinking of a lion, and what this time is going to really be offering in is being people who aren't afraid to express how they feel, especially on the love front. All right. So it's definitely going to be something where you're going to feel a little bit lovey-dovey. Obviously, we know we're kind of falling around. Valentine's Day. That's what it's called. So be prepared for some people to maybe be a lot more open about their emotions, a lot more stronger emotions, being able to clearly communicate them, not being afraid to be rejected or any of the above. But also the ego is going to be a huge part of this next moon cycle because it's going to be in Leo. So that's just something to keep in mind. Egos can be both good and bad. They can be both brave and, have a little bit of a pitfall in the other respect, when people feel rejected. So just something to think about working forward as we do this collective reading for all of you. So, sorry. I have something in my throat. Those of you that heard my last one, I'm fighting a cold here. I'm going to do this reading a little different. When I first started these, I would do, one for each sign. And then the last one, I kind of did like one just for the water, like different elements. And, I'm thinking this is just kind of how the universe is calling me to do it. So I'm going to kind of do a 9-card spread here. We're just going to kind of see where we're at, past, present, future, and call on some of the oracle cards. We're going to start with the energy of the moon deck, and we're going to get moving forward, So if this resonates with you, awesome, fantastic. Please like, share, and subscribe. Again, it's for the greater collective. So it's not specifically going to be for someone's sun sign or moon sign or whatever. It's not specifically going to be for an element that you fall under. This is just going to be if it resonates for you. If you come across this, if you feel a need to watch this, then hopefully it resonates for you. If it doesn't, hey, no harm, no foul. Don't try to make anything fit your needs or your wants or desires, because just in the real world, we start to feel let down by people that don't fit into our, wants and desires. The movie, real life never lives up to the movie in our mind, right? If you think about it that way. So, again, take what you feel is right and move forward with it. Again, it's open advice. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. That being said, what do you say we get started? All right. Universe, can I get one card here for the collective? Just for an energy behind this. An energy behind this reading here. Just one card. There it is. I trust the change unfolding in my life. All right. I don't know about the rest of you. Mercury retrograde's coming up for sure. There's a lot of planetary alignments that are all over the place right now. So it's been a little chaotic. I myself, I'm a Scorpio, but I'm a Libra rising. And, it's definitely been a time of feeling almost a little bit off balance for the last couple of months. So hopefully some of you, this is a really positive card to think about, because this means that you are accepting what the universe is offering you. You're no longer fighting like the energy around you. You're just going to kind of go with the flow and see where it goes. Okay. You can't see that, can you? Let's try that. There we go. All right. So we are going to use the Ethereal Visions deck here. Just going to do 9 cards. Nope. Okay, everything's jumping now. I have the Knight of Cups popping out. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So 9 of Pentacles in reverse is not riding solo. So someone who's not independent, either they could be a codependent relationship, or it could be someone who is dating someone else. And then obviously the Knight of Cups is action towards love. So that's not what I meant to do. I didn't want them to jump. I was just shuffling to get some energy into these guys. But, you know, when they jump, they jump. And we need to make sure we figure out what's going on. All right, here we go. Four of Swords, Ace of Cups, Hermit in reverse, Ace of Swords, Star, High Priestess in reverse. We're actually going to do this, so I have more space. I want 9 cards. All right, and then Death, Page of Pentacles, and 5 of Swords. All right. These guys a little bit in. Sorry, my OCD is a little bit... always triggers just a little bit. I always want things to look nice for all of you, all right? Okay, so here's where we're at. In the past, whoever I'm reading for in the greater collective here, in the past, there was a need to kind of rest and recuperate because there was some sort of offer of love, or maybe somebody came into your life offering love and you didn't know how to deal with it, okay? So there was a time where you were kind of pulling in, taking care of yourself. Maybe you had gone through a bad relationship in the past and you really want to make sure that you are all saved up and all ready to go before you put yourself into another relationship. I am a firm believer that if you don't take care of yourself and allow for time in between relationships, you kind of carry that bad energy into the next one, okay? I took 5 years, I know. 5 years, though, before I went from one relationship into another one. I made sure I was ready for that relationship. Did some energies from my past relationships definitely follow with me? Absolutely. You know, we are a culmination of our experiences. However, I knew I was ready to give my heart to someone else at that point in time, okay? So that's kind of what I would kind of reference with this card setup right here. So someone was resting, someone was recuperating, they really thought through the process, they knew they were ready, there was an offer of love, an amazing offer, new offer of love there. And when we see the Hermit in reverse over here, okay, Virgo energy, this is someone who didn't want to be introspective about it. Somebody who didn't need to wait, didn't need to look it through, just kind of like went forward and jumped in, moving forward, okay? This is someone who did not hold anything back. They just kind of said, all right, let's do this, okay? Moving into the present, we have, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there could be something that has been left unsaid. Perhaps there's kind of like that pink elephant in the room. You know what I mean? There's this little thing that's just sitting here and everybody knows it's there, but nobody wants to talk about it because of whatever reason. Perhaps you guys are not talking to each other. Perhaps there was a breakup. Perhaps, there was a fight and you guys decided that you just, we can't be together right now, whatever. Something has been left unsaid. Okay, and when we see the Ace of Swords in reverse, this is a call to be truthful, not only with yourself, but be truthful with the situation around you. So if we're tying into that first line there, maybe the truth was somebody wasn't ready for a relationship. Maybe they thought they were, but they weren't ready. Or maybe they rushed into it too fast. Or maybe they didn't think things through. Things like that. Maybe the energies were uneven in a relationship. And before we move forward with that, I just want to point this out. Expecting someone to love you the same way that you love them is just flat out inappropriate. Love is love. Yes, great. Go equality. But love is measured differently for everyone. The love that you have for a child versus your parents versus your loved one, like your romantic partner versus your coworker versus your friends, it all is different, and it's a flowing channel. You know what I mean? It's constantly like a spectrum that ebbs and flows. I am a very intense person. I am a Scorpio sun. I'm a Libra rising, and I'm a Sagittarius Venus. Talk about a passionate grouping there, okay? I know I'm an intense person, and it's a hard energy for a lot of my loved ones to be with. That's why when I find someone who can handle me, it automatically makes me fall for them even more, because I realize, oh my God, I can be myself. I don't have to taper myself down. Finally, you know? But yes, in the same respect, I know that how I love someone is not how they're going to love me back. Okay. But the trick is still letting the other person know that you love them in some way, shape, or form. All right. So that's where we're seeing this star right here. Aquarian energy. The star means healing. Okay. It can also mean spiritual growth. It can mean coming into your intuition. It could be a wish come true, depending on how we're reading this, okay? But something hasn't been said here. Meanwhile, there is healing taking place, okay? Then we have this High Priestess over here, Cancerian energy. In reverse, though, this means that someone's not following their intuition. However, truths are being kind of slowly revealed, I guess, like things that had been hidden in the past, almost like the Moon card, are slowly coming to the surface. And the problem is there's no intuition behind it. Someone's being very logical. Someone's not following their instincts. And it's kind of throwing off the situation. There is still healing happening, and healing needs to happen. But I think without this truth coming out, or whatever had to be said, without that coming out, the intuition is blocking everything. Okay, because it's like one person is waiting for this. One person's waiting for this answer before they can really give in to how they feel. You know what I mean? It's it's almost like, how do I put it? When someone's talking to you and you know they're not telling you the whole truth. Not that they're lying to you per se, but it's like they're holding something back, and you know that something is off with how they're saying it, but you still want to take them at face value because you trust them, okay? However, that inkling of, but something's still being held back is still sitting there. You get what I'm saying? So it causes a distrust, and it causes a person not to want to follow their intuition because they feel like they're not trusting their partner in some way, shape, or form. Holler back at me if you get what I'm saying. Anyways, moving forward into the future. Death in reverse. Okay, with this is scorpionic energy here. Death in reverse means that there is no end coming. Something that needs to end, something that needs to come to a conclusion in order to move forward. You know, the Phoenix Rising type of mentality. It's not happening. Okay, it could mean that someone is kind of avoiding the end. Maybe someone doesn't know how to let go. Maybe someone just doesn't want to have this conversation because they feel that something bad is going to happen, or they feel like, oh, this person's going to see me differently, or this person's not going to want a future with me. Who knows? Working into this, we have the Page of Pentacles over here. Okay, so we have Earth energy. Page of Pentacles is someone who's contemplating, thinking about wanting to make an offer of stability and an offer of commitment. However, they're just thinking about it and they're hemming and hawing over it. It's almost like tearing them apart because they don't know, should I give it or should I not? Okay, remember we had that Knight of Cups that popped up in the pre-shuffle as well. So there's thought about wanting to give commitment, but as we move forward into here, there's the Five of Swords. There's someone who feels defeated, someone who feels like they've given everything that they can, or if like they feel like they have nothing else to give into this situation. So that might be why this Death card is here. You know, there's the thought about wanting to make a commitment, but whoever I'm reading for feels like they don't have what it takes anymore, or they've given up on the situation, or they don't feel like there's any use in putting any more effort into this situation. And that's why this Death card is here, because there's that lack of having that conversation to be able to move forward. Okay, that's kind of how I'm reading this. But what do you say we get some clarification? All right, so this is the Healing Light Tarot, and we're going to be our clarification cards. All right, let's see if I'm on the right path here. What do we think? All right, what's this Four of Swords about? Four of Swords, Four of Swords. Wow, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So the Four of Swords is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So somebody took a time out because they weren't really feeling good about themselves. They were having a lot of bad luck in love. They needed to take some time to really recenter. We got the Justice card over here for the Ace of Cups, Libran energy. Justice is usually either a legal matter coming to fruition, or it's finding balance. It's something being said where both sides understand each other. You know, it's having an end to an argument. And this clarifying the Ace of Cups means that there was, in the past, there was an understanding, there was an equality, there was a stability to this. What's the Hermit? Queen of Swords. All right, so Queen of Swords is the bitch card. This is also Libran energy. So there might have been a Libra. You might be a Libra, or you might be dealing with someone who has Libra in their chart. Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who says something very hurtful because their ego has been tested, or their emotions have been hurt. So they basically come in and they're like, you know what? You are a terrible human being and I want nothing to do with you ever again. We are no longer friends. Bye. Okay? It's instant. It's hurtful and it's painful, and it's very, very sharp. Okay? So reading these three cards now, so what I'm seeing is there might have been a time where one or both of you felt a need to take a break, to rest, to try and collect things together. However, during this time, it's like you both realized that life wasn't worth it without the other person, or vice versa. And perhaps there was another offer, there was another agreement of, okay, let's try this again, or I'm going to move forward into a new relationship and I'm going to find someone who can fit me, who can handle me, who I love and loves me, and this is going to be my be all end all. This is going to be the perfect, relationship. And you get into it, and then all of a sudden, because somebody rushed through and someone wasn't thinking about the overall outcome, someone didn't have a chance to be rational about things. There was an emotional upheaval here, and there was something painful said. Now we come into the present, still dealing with whatever it was that was painful. Something was cut out. Someone felt like they couldn't have a conversation. Yeah, we have the Empress over here. Divine feminine energy for any of you that follow twin flames. So the Empress is someone who is the mother of the zodiac. She's beautiful, she's abundant, she's nurturing, she's caring. Often depicted as a pregnant woman as well, so it could be a mother. So the way I'm reading this is that the mother, or the Empress, perhaps didn't say something appropriately. Yeah, didn't say something. And then we have the Four of Cups over the top of that, because I just called it. Yeah. So what I'm seeing here is that one of you was very nurturing and very abundant, and wanted to make an offer of stability somewhere, or like, hey, like, let's try this again, or I love you, etc., and made this offer. And the other one either rejected the offer or was too distracted by other things in order to want to take that offer of love. Almost like they were bored with the situation, and they were bored with the energy, like they were just kind of fed up. Like, if you see this card, it's a man sitting back, folding his arms, like someone who's like, no, I don't want to take it. No, I don't want it. Okay. So that's that's what I'm kind of getting from that card. So perhaps what needed to be said was that, I'm done with, like, I can't take this right now. I can't take your cup right now. I don't love you the way that you want me to love you. You want someone who's nurturing and compassionate and who can be there for you, and I can't give that to you right now. That's perhaps what that Ace of Swords in reverse does. So the sword, there you go. The star is healing from the Two of Cups in reverse. So there was a breakup here. That must have been what happened. So there was a breakup between the two of you, but this is a soulmate card. Okay, so the soulmate, breakup between the soulmates, and now we have the High Priestess over here, which is going to be clarified by the King of Cups. Ooh, Scorpionic energy. Okay. So the High Priestess, Cancerian energy, clarified by another water sign, with the King of Cups, Scorpionic energy. The King of Cups here, this is someone who knows what they want and they go for it. They will be down on bended knee if you come back to them type of personality. Very confident about their emotions, very much in but they don't waste their emotion. They're not wasteful in any way, shape, or form. So that, to clarify, the High Priestess in reverse is somebody wasn't following their instinct because they were so blinded by how they felt about a person. You know what, let's get a clarification of this Two of Cups. Give me another one of that. Yeah, yep, there you go. There's a clarification of the Two of Cups. Heartbreak. Yeah, there was definitely a breakup here. So the Star is healing from that. Oh, and then the Strength over here for the King of Cups, Leo energy. So this breakup was probably very painful for both sides. There's healing going on. And it's almost like one of you just decided to shut off. You know, shut off, pull away, become really recluse about certain things. Almost like that Hermit card, but not. But yet one of you is still very confident about how you feel. And one of you is very, very brave, willing to come forward and really try and hold on to this relationship and put the work in if you have to. I'd be really amazed to see if, you know, some Pentacles came out in this. But this is a very stable and strong love. This is a very stable and strong commitment, regardless of whether or not they're following their intuition or not. This is someone who knows what they want and is willing to go all the way for it. All right, what's this Death card down here? Ace of Wands. All right, so they don't want an ending, but they don't want a new passionate beginning either. Why is that? Because of the Hermit up here. Because of whatever was said, the Queen of Swords, whatever was said cannot be forgiven right now. That's what I'm getting here. So whatever was said cannot be forgiven. No one can move on until this is apologized for. Okay, that's what this is right here. Something was said that drew a major rift in this relationship. Oh, I got two. Yep, there's your Seven of Pentacles. So, wow. We got the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Seven Pentacles in reverse for the Page of Pentacles, saying, you know, I don't know if I want to make an offer because I don't know if I want to have to wait. I don't know if it's worth it for me to put any more time in because in the past it wasn't working. But then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a stable new beginning. This is a commitment. This is winning the lottery in both finances and love. Oh, God. It's such a conundrum here. Yeah, and then the Seven of Swords. But there's some sort of deceit here. There's some sort of feeling of... Yeah, there's some sort of feeling of being lied to or feeling like you can't trust the other person. And that's why they don't feel like they can offer that pentacle, that they can offer that commitment right now, because they know that there's stability here. They know that there is, but there's something they can't trust. Either they can't trust you or you can't trust them. There's something about this relationship that is unstable because of trust. And then we had over here with the Five of Swords, we got the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Five of Wands is conflict, or it could mean competition. So there might have been more than one person in this situation. And the Queen of Pentacles, not wanting to be nurturing. So Queen of Pentacles is actually really similar to the Empress. So not wanting to be nurturing, not wanting to make an offer of stability, not wanting to be supportive. And it's going to leave someone out in the cold. This is 3 5s right here, guys. 3 5s with that Queen of Pentacles in there. Earth energy again. Someone's feeling left out in the cold. So one or both of you is leaving someone behind because there's no trust here. Because of something that was said. Something was never forgiven. There was a want for justice. That something wasn't forgiven. What wasn't forgiven? There was a burden. Not wanting, okay, I get it. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Wands. Someone didn't wait. Someone was impatient. Okay, impatient. The Hermit in reverse. Someone was impatient and they didn't really think about things. They didn't think things through before they said something. And this, whatever was said, was about someone not wanting to work together, not wanting to put the work in. in this relationship, and it caused such a major burden on this relationship, either on you or the other one. Like, somebody felt burdened because they were the only one putting the work in, and or you felt burdened because the other person kept asking for too much that you could offer. You couldn't put all of this in. Okay. Justice. Yeah, Page of Swords. Somebody said something that was a lie. It was a rumor. King of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Lots of air energy now. Aquarius. We got Gemini in here. Someone was using their head over their heart. They might have a lot of air in their chart, or their rising signs might be air, or their Venus signs might be air. So they don't know how to express how they feel as much as other water signs do or fire signs do. You know, earth signs too, they don't express emotion a lot. Actually, too much emotion makes them uncomfortable, but they handle it better than air signs. Air signs, for some reason, just don't, their intellect kind of blocks them. They don't know, they don't really know how to do it. Okay, sorry. I was just flipping the decks to see the energy of the decks. We got the Two of Wands, having to pick a road, and then we have the Page of Cups, water energy, usually Pisces because a little fishy up there, meaning wanting to make a message or an apology, but not knowing whether they should or not. So that's the energies of the deck there. Okay, and that definitely echoes across this reading that I'm doing here too. All right, for whoever I'm reading for, it seems like this all came from something that was said. Something that was said, somebody did not apologize for it. It left someone out kind of feeling rejected over here, broke their heart, have a breakup. And despite that, someone still has an incredible amount of affection and love for the other person. Maybe you both do, but you just feel like you're not. Maybe you both do, but you feel like you're not good enough for the other person, or you feel like being with the only other person just always causes pain. It's almost like you guys doubt yourselves. You want to be able to give this Ace of Pentacles, but you don't trust each other. If you can see this, there's like a little fox down in the corner. Do you see that? Little fox. So someone's being sly about something. You know, and if we're looking at the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, this is like ultimate be-all, end-all. Like, this is one of the best cards in the deck next to the Ace of Cups, which is right under here. But then we get this guy over the top. So there's something deceitful about this. There's a lie. Like, maybe someone's thinking about making an offer, but they know that they can't give the other person what they need yet. And if that's you, like, don't make the offer until you have all your ducks in a row, you know what? Because you're going to leave someone out in the cold. And someone's going to decide that they're done, you know? Like, you can't give me what I need right now. You can't give me the commitment. You can't give me the stability. You know, it's really unfortunate. All right, let's get some cards here from the Spirits of Darkness and Light. We've got Spirit of Travel coming out here for some extra energy. Oh, there it is, the Fox, the Spirit of the Fox. Sly, cunning, strategy. Spirit of the Pumpkin, Autumn, Harvest, or Midnight. So that might have been when this happened, or Spirit of the Grim Reaper, Death, Ending, Winter. All right, one more. Here you go, one more. Spirit of the Snowflake, special, irreplaceable, one of a kind. All right, so what we got here. Okay, coming across. The energy here from the universe. This is the, I don't know if I said that. This deck is from Mystic Moon. So the Spirit of Travel, journey, relocation, moving on. So you guys are just going to move on from each other. One of you is going to move on. Maybe you're going to move physically, and you're going to go to a different place, move to a new apartment. You're going to move away from this person. And you're going to just put out the energy of moving on. Being able to let go of this, heal from this, you know, this being left out in the cold here, being able to heal from this deceit, this defeat, this feeling of defensiveness, and the lack of not being able to offer stability or like a nurturing type of emotion here. Someone could not be nurturing in the past, so it's causing the other person to move on. We got the Spirit of the Fox. Again, like I said with that Seven of Cups, there's trickery here. It's like one of you in this relationship always kind of knew that they didn't want the commitment, or they always kind of knew that there was a way that they could manipulate the other person to get what they wanted. And that's why they kept coming back. You know, they kept coming back because there was something in this relationship that the other person wanted. And there was strategy to it. There was cunningness to it. And if the other person comes back, if this is you or vice versa, you know, be really aware of what you are asking to come back to you. You know, if they can't give you what you want, like, it's one thing, like I said at the beginning, not everybody expresses love the same way, and that's totally fine. But if you are settling for less than what you feel like you deserve, then you need to move on. Because people change, but not that much. And people only change when they feel the value in it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it seems like whoever I'm reading for, you're taking on this change. Like, you're like, yes, I want to change. I want to be better. I want to be better for whoever this is. But in the same respect, this card also says, I'm going to change, and I'm going to let what happened to me heal me, so that when I move on, the universe will give me what I deserve, you know? We got the Spirit of the Pumpkin here, autumn harvest or midnight. So that might have actually, that time might resonate with some of you. Maybe it's when you met them, or maybe it's when this whole situation started happening. Spirit of the Grim Reaper, death ending in winter. Again, it's a timeline. There could have been a death or an ending to something that happened in the wintertime. Again, that could have been when the end of this relationship just kind of came to, you know, a strong standstill. But then we also have this, the special, irreplaceable, one of a kind spirit of a snowflake. So you guys are aware that this is a once in a lifetime type of relationship that you guys have both had. And you probably see each other both as irreplaceable. It's just sad you guys couldn't make it work. Let me, let's do the Romance Angels. Get 3 of those cards out for you guys while we're at it. What are we at? 30 minutes? Ah, it's a great reading. Look at you guys. Whew, you're getting a good one. All right, can I get 3 cards here? One, 3 cards. 2, 3. Okay. We've got past life relationship. No wonder you guys can't get over your shit. Past life relationship. All right. Shocker. We've got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay. Make the effort. So some of you might make the effort. You might be able to turn this 7 of Swords around. And you might be able to, win this person back. And pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Again, that's that 7 of Swords there. Like, if you're going to take someone back, just be aware, because if it doesn't work out, you might end up out in the cold again. All right. Collective, my friends, I really hope that this resonated with some of you. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. If it didn't, totally cool. I will see you at the end of next week. Happy Valentine's Day. I'll probably try to get the readings out sometime around there. And we'll see where you're at for the rest of February. Enjoy the snow moon tonight. Again, it's a full moon, so if you're into crystals and such, make sure you put them out and charge them tonight in the full moon. And I don't know where you guys are, but the moon was absolutely huge tonight. Huge! So the energy is definitely going to be pretty crisp. All right? Thank you guys, and until next time, deuces!